Deep in the humid, tangled heart of the Costa Rica jungle, there is a place where time feels heavier, thicker, as if the air itself remembers something ancient. Travelers say that when you walk those trails, the silence is different. It isn't empty. It feels like something is watching, waiting for someone to finally understand what was left behind. And what was left behind are stones. But not ordinary stones, massive, perfect spheres that seem almost flawless to have been shaped by human hands. Some are small enough to roll with your palm. Others are so huge they could crush your car. Yet all of them share the same unnerving precision, as if they were carved with machines thousands of years ahead of their time. Their story begins in the late 1930s, when workers from the United Fruit Company were clearing land for new banana plantations. The jungle was dense, overgrown, and touched for centuries. And then, as the sun broke through the canopy, the workers saw something impossible. Huge round stones emerging from the earth like buried moons. At first, locals whispered that the spheres were filled with gold. They believed they were treasures from an ancient civilization, sealed tight to protect hidden riches. Driven by greed or maybe just curiosity, some workers drilled into the spheres, shattered them with dynamite, or smashed them open with hammers. But inside, there was nothing except solid, flawless stone. No treasure, no inscriptions, no markings, just perfection. This was humanity's modern reintroduction to one of the greatest archaeological enigmas on the planet, the Diki spheres. The mystery begins with their creation. Carved from a hard, volcanic rock called granodiorite, these spheres achieve a level of geometric perfection that baffles engineers even today. How did an ancient culture, with no evidence of advanced tools, shape these colossal stones with such accuracy? The process would have required an incredible understanding of symmetry and a painstaking, multi-generational effort of grinding, polishing, and constant measurement. Yet, no workshops have ever been found. No unfinished spheres, no discarded tools, nothing that could give us a clue as to how they were made. It's as if they simply appeared, fully formed, scattered across the landscape like giant marbles left behind by the gods. They are a testament to a lost technology, a skill that vanished into the jungle mists long before the first European ships ever reached these shores. When were they discovered? For the modern world, it was the 1930s. The United Fruit Company, in its relentless expansion, stumbled upon them while clearing the Diki Delta for banana groves. But for the people of Costa Rica, these stones were never truly lost. They were part of a cultural memory, remnants of the Diki culture that flourished from around 700 AD to 1530 AD. The arrival of the Fruit Company, however, marked a turning point. It brought the spheres to global attention, but also led to their destruction. Believing local legends that the spheres contained hidden gold, many were dynamited. Others were rolled into ravines or pushed into the sea. Some were even taken as lawn ornaments for the wealthy, ripped from the only context we had to understand them. It was a gold rush for a treasure that didn't exist, and in the process, a priceless historical record was shattered. Theories about them, all the interesting things. The most grounded archaeological theory suggests the spheres were status symbols, placed in front of the homes of chieftains or used to mark significant ceremonial sites. Some were found ranged in astronomical alignments, suggesting they may have functioned as a celestial calendar or a compass, pointing to the heavens or to sacred directions. They were almost always found alongside pottery and artifacts that date them to the Diki period, firmly planting them in human history. Yet, this practical explanation feels incomplete. Why go to such extraordinary lengths to create perfect spheres? A simple pillar or statue would have served the same purpose. The sheer effort involved hints at a deeper, more profound meaning. This is where the theories take a turn for the strange. One of the most enduring legends comes from the local bribery people, who speak of a time when the gods used a magical potion to soften stone, allowing them to mold the rocks like clay. They tell of Terra, the god of thunder, who would shoot giant blowgun darts from the sky, and where they landed, They would form the perfect spheres. Is this just a myth or a fragmented memory of a forgotten technology? Could there have been some kind of advanced acoustic levitation or sonic technology used to shape and move them? The idea sounds like science fiction, but the stones themselves feel like they belong to a different reality. Their uncanny perfection pushes the boundaries of what we thought was possible for ancient civilizations. Then there are the more fringe ideas. Some have proposed that the spheres are markers left by an ancient, globe-spanning civilization, like the one rumored to have built Atlantis. The spheres, in this view, are part of a global energy grid, placed on specific ley lines to channel the Earth's power. Others, looking at their perfect forms, see evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. They argue that no human culture could have produced them, and that they must be artifacts left by alien cartographer. Yes, mapping out the planet for reasons we can't even begin to guess. After all, similar, though less perfect, stone balls have been found in other parts of the world, from Bosnia to Mexico, fueling the idea of a shared, mysterious origin that connects us all. The stones themselves remain silent, offering no answers. And their silence is what makes them so powerful. They invite us to wonder, to question, and to imagine. What makes them truly unique is not just their perfection, but their defiance of a simple narrative. They are not tombs filled with kings, nor temples covered in scripture. They are pure, abstract form. Their meaning seems to lie not in what is carved on them, but in their very existence. They represent an artistic and engineering impulse that is completely alien to our modern way of thinking. In a world obsessed with utility and function, these spheres are a monument to the abstract, to beauty for its own sake, to a mystery so profound that it needs no explanation. They are a question carved in stone. A question that has been waiting in the jungle for over 1,000 years. A question that asks us, what have we forgotten? The answer, perhaps, is still out there, buried in the rich soil of Costa Rica, waiting for the day we are ready to listen not to the legends, but to the stones themselves.